Go, monkey bites, get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Go. He's too strong. He bit you and broke his tooth. He bit his calf and broke his tooth.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, and the guy that's stopping by for a drink and conversation today is an entrepreneur, media mogul, a record executive, a legend, the ultimate hustler, Dame Dash. Dame, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, how you doing?
You doing better than good?
Yeah.
Explain the get up.
Well, you know, I design all my clothes.
Okay.
So I designed this shirt.
Right.
And I designed these shorts.
Right.
And I designed these socks.
Right.
So I just decided to wear them.
So you like, okay, so do you only wear your gear or do you wear other?
Mostly mine. You know, when I was younger and I was running around in the fashion world, you know, I'm cocky and I'm arrogant and I ran into like Ralph Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think I'm cooler than him. And he just kind of grinned at me and I walked off and I realized I had a Purple Label suit on. It was
Right.
Like, it devastated me.
Right.
So I was like, I just feel funny wearing another man's clothing and then I meet him.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like also I could always do things better.
Right.
Like creatively, I like to do everything myself. I feel like good taste transcends, you know, everything. And, you know, I like to do everything myself. So that's why I like to have my own. And then also I like to monetize the things that I love to do for free.
Right.
So if I'm gonna get fresh, you know, I love it.
Right.
I might as well make the clothes. And ultimately it costs less to make your own rather than to pay for somebody else's. It just takes a little more time.
Right.
But I like the process.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I design everything, down to my jewelry.
Right.
Except for the classics.
So before we go any further, you know, I'm an entrepreneur. I just started in the cognac business. I got this, it's called Le Portier. It's a VSOP named after my grandmother. And I want to cheer one entrepreneur to another. Salute.
Appreciate it. Welcome to the business. This is a rough business.
It is. Tell me what you think. Can you do the Dame Dash with that? Can you, you know, you got the dance with the two bottles, you know.
Need girls, have to be here.
Oh, damn.
You're never doing the Dame Dash dance without women in the room.
I don't think Fox gonna let me do all that now.
Come over to my network.
Yes, yeah.
You can do it at Fox Soul.
So how have you been? What's new with you?
Everything, man. All my dreams are coming true. You know, I want to go down in history not as like an actor or, you know, an entertainer, not even an entrepreneur. I want to go down in history as an industry conqueror.
Okay.
You know, I don't think the way industries are set up right now behoove us as a culture, and they all need to be changed.
Okay.
So when I went into the music business, I shook that shit up, and I benched the people from the other culture that I didn't think were treating us fairly, like a Leo or Cohen.
Right.
I like to call them out by name.
Right.
Which a lot of us don't do.
Right.
And I did the same thing in the movie business. You know, I don't like to get at homeboy, Weinstein, but I was getting after him way before we went through what he went through, and everybody thought I was crazy when I made Paid in Full.
Right.
Which I'm about to make part 2.
Right.
And fashion, same thing. Rockwear, Rachel Roy, State Property, you know. But the industry and television.
Right.
You know, now I have this partnership with Fox Soul, and I have my own studios. I make my own movies. I distribute other people's movies. I'm a director. But the industry that I really haven't shook up and I've been really aggravated about is sports.
Okay.
I think it's the most flagrant example of racism and the programming of us looking like we're not equal and us hurting each other and still looking and regarding each other as number 2, especially the NFL.
Right.
So, you know, I look at things on a therapeutic and also a psychological level because that's the way muscle is controlled. So if you're a professional football player, which you have been, your owner, I don't even like that name.
Right.
Your owner is the person that's your lifeline. That's who pays you.
Right.
That's who you have to be nice to all the time, no matter what, no matter how good you are. And every owner is white. Every owner is white. And I've personally tried to buy teams with people from the NFL, and you have to get voted in and all this, and it's ridiculous that every black, well, number one, in the NFL, if everyone black quit, there is no NFL.
True.
But at the end of the day, they all have to look up to a white man owner, and that must be traumatizing. And I don't like it. So I'm not mad about how people set their own house up.
Mm-hmm.
I just build my own.
Right.
So.
But you do understand how hard it is to get into that because they only have 32 teams. These franchises don't become available very often.
Let me just tell you something about me. Nothing's hard for me. What's hard for me is not trying.
Right.
Even if it's not successful, I'm doing it. And I'm doing it now. So my first step is an arena football league.
Okay.
We have a team, the Tampa Cyclones.
Okay.
We'll be airing it. And, you know, there'll be black owners.
Right.
It doesn't mean that only black people could play.
Right.
But we'll be the landlords.
Right.
I'm going to start with 6 teams. We start immediately, you know. I think I'm going to make the announcement next Monday in Tampa.
Okay.
And you know, we start playing, our first game is April 2nd, but in Alabama or Mississippi is the first game in March.
Right.
And, you know, I'm going to have an approach on this.
Right.
And my thing is, there'll be black head coaches, there'll be therapy, there'll be economic literacy, and they'll be teaching not like, yo, how to stay here, like, you know, be taught that you could be successful if you act a certain way.
Right.
It'll be about making sure that the players are rich.
Right.
And literate.
Right.
On every level, in every way. And
but what about the players that just want to get a paycheck, go home? Everybody doesn't have the business acumen that you does or don't want to be in that business model.
That's why I'll do the rough stuff. I'm gonna make sure that when a player doesn't have a career as a football player anymore,
right,
they have a career as an entrepreneur. They'll have some real estate.
Right.
And also I'm gonna do the same thing in the metaverse. So I already got the IUs for the MFL, the Metaverse Football League.
Okay.
And I already have the technology to 4D them up. And I already have the real estate in network, which is like the YouTube of the metaverse. Right. I already have the stadium being built. I got the AI. You know, I'm thinking in other dimensions as well. So at the end of the day, I want to shake up the sports industry. At least I'm going to try.
Right.
Everybody looks tough when nobody's fighting them.
Right.
When no one presents a different alternative. But I just think things would be a little better if we were in control, if we were just the landlords. I want to be in my own owner's box. I don't want to be a VIP in someone else's.
Right.
So I'll do it myself. And I'm up for the fight. I'm up for the war. You know, usually when you want to take a block, you get whoever's the toughest one.
Right.
I want to get a Jerry Jones. So, you know, I'd love to have a conversation with him to make me understand why there's no black owners. I want to know.
Well, you do realize you're talking about you need to own 30%. The Broncos, let's take...
No, I don't want an NFL team. I'm making my own league.
So you want to own league?
No, I have my own league. Okay, but doing it.
But here's the...
And look how they treat us in the HBCU, right?
Yes.
They don't cover none of these players. Now that they can actually have... The players can now get advertisements and no one will cover their games.
Well, that's not true. Since Deion Sanders has been down there.
That's the man. That's the word I'm hearing. I'm hearing his name a lot.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Since one of us had to go take control of that situation, but if we don't take control, it doesn't get controlled. Yeah. We end up just doing what's best for them.
Right.
And I'm
Eddie
not
George's
doing that.
at Tennessee State. Hugh Jackson's at Grambling University.
That's right.
So you're starting to get guys that's familiar.
Right.
I think they're making a conscious effort. I think some of the broadcast partners are starting to highlight HBCUs and show that there are guys.
We have to highlight ourselves. We have to have our own television network. That's the reason why I have my own television network. We have to showcase our image. We have to visualize what it looks like when we win, not when we fit in. It's when we the bosses.
Right.
And that's what has to be seen, and it's never shown. So that's what I'm going to do for sports. The same way I did it for music, the same way I did it for movies. I'm gonna take a swing on sports.
Right.
I don't like it. Before I didn't have the bag. I have the plan, and I'm getting that. I'm doing it. And I'm also going to bring awareness to those HBCU teams as well. As well as whoever else is doing it.
Right.
But I'm going to do my part just because I haven't ever been able it's just something that's been bothering me every time. Like certain teams I don't like because I'll be like, yo, they never had a black head coach. They'll never get a black. I just don't like it.
Right.
I just have, with my culture, I love the people I love. When they hurt, I hurt.
Right.
So I'm not in that, but I'm still affected by it.
Correct.
But I'm not going to be in that program and be considered distractions and watch my culture get their heads battered and be ending up with all this trauma and walk away with nothing.
Right.
I hear more stories of horror stories of making the NFL. It's supposed to be a dream, and then it turns into a nightmare. This is what I hear.
Right.
And I hear it just because of the psychological pressure it takes just to even fit in. But of course, if you're thinking you're number two and you got to pray to some white man to get paid, of course you're going to be traumatized. That's the program that has to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to complain about what they do. I'm going to complain about what I don't do. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to win.
So is that...
I don't visualize the loss ever.
Is that the reason why you got into the spaces that you got in? You got into the music, you got into the television?
I played football, I'm a fan.
Okay.
I played basketball, I'm a fan.
Right.
I played lacrosse, I'm a fan. And these are the things where I just don't like the narrative where the person calling the plays is never from my culture really. And when they are, it's like a big deal. The shit should be the normal. We gotta own shit so we can make the rules. We'll never ever make the rules if we don't own nothing. And I don't wanna start out as big as them. I just wanna own it. I just want to try it as an owner. I want to see it. But everybody makes things look so hard when they never try it. I got to try it.
Okay. You want to own.
I got to own. I don't know. I can't speak in any other language.
But here's the thing.
I only talk boss.
What about people that don't want to own?
What about them? They don't have to. But I'll fight for them, and I'll make sure they don't get abused. They'll be protected by those that do. Period.
Okay. I can rock with that. You mentioned your arena league. What... You and listening to that, you said, well, I'm tired of seeing that people that look like me do all the heavy lifting. They do all the leg work. They catch the ball, they throw the ball, they tackle the guy.
They getting hit in the head, all that shit.
While we look up there and the people that's looking at us
are making the money.
Look like us.
They don't look like us, they're paying us, they're laughing at us. That's the way I look at it.
So if you had an opportunity to buy an NFL team, you don't want to buy an NFL team. You want to own a competing league.
No. If they want to play nice, we've tried to buy. How many black men have tried to buy football teams and a white board said no? I know Ray Lewis tried.
As a majority or as a minority?
I want to be the boss.
Okay. Well, but here's the thing, Dame.
I tried to buy the Raiders.
Dame. I get it. Dame, I get it. But how many black people have the capital to be able to put up 30% of an NFL team?
First of all, how many people in general put up their own money in the first place anyway? We all have to come together and put our money together, make it fun, then go make it.
Right.
That's the difference between us and them. They know how to leverage. They know how to stick together. They don't put up no money. They pre-sell everything before it happens. You build an arena, you pre-sell the rights to the naming rights, and then it pays for everything. We just don't know how to do it. There's no owner 101. I'll give it to you. I made one. I know how to run a team right now, I think, but I'm going to try. It's logical. So
bid on the Broncos.
They won't. Again.
Byron Allen will get an opportunity to bid on it.
Let me talk to you for a second.
Okay.
Having the money doesn't mean you're getting in that club, and you know that.
True.
Or else it would already be there.
They 26 or 32.
Exactly. So I'm going to go bust my ass and my chops to raise a bunch of money, kiss their ass, and they still going to tell me no? All I'm going to end up is mad. I've been through this dance before. I tried to buy a team. I'm trying to tell you.
It's just like if you try to buy a house. Just because you go bid on the house don't mean you're going to win the bid.
Again, I'd make my own team.
But not in the NFL.
Fuck it. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say this. They have no con. I'm coming to be con.
Right.
I want to take a stab at it.
Right.
Why do I? Listen, I don't want you. That's like saying make a TV show. I'm going to say, nah, bro, I'm going to have my own network.
Right.
Make a movie. Nah, I got to have my own movie company. Make a record. Nah, I got to have a label. So when I was 18 years old and everyone was telling me, yo, Jace is whack, no one would sign him, I had to do it myself. When no one would sign him, I had to do it myself. When no one would put Kevin Hart on, I had to do it myself. When no one would fund Lee Daniels, I had to do it myself. And it goes on and on and on. I got to do this myself.
There's got to be a sense, though, because you mentioned.
Why I want to fit in and I can build my own.
Okay, you building your
Why
own.
do I think they better than me? Why would I think they better than me? Because they've been there longer?
No.
Because they own it and I don't?
Right.
My shit's better no matter what, period, and you'll see. I'm going to be logical about the approach, and I'm going to be futuristic. I'm always a dimension ahead, I promise you that. Just watch. And also, if you want a team, you can have one. How about that? You want a team? You ready?
I gotta, you know.
See? Anyway, you always welcome over here.
But hey,
I'll treat you how you deserve.
I get all that. But I'm not gonna say I want a team.
Did. Why?
Because I'm busy. I got so many things going on. That means I gotta put down a lot of things to like read up on what I need to do. Cause I want to be good at it.
If you're a good chef, right? And someone says,
I can't cook.
I'm just said if.
Yeah.
If, hypothetical.
Okay.
If you're a good chef and, you know, someone wants you to cook for the biggest restaurant in the world.
Right.
You go, I can't cook for 1,000 people. They go, well, train 10 junior chefs so they can make it. You can always make things happen, and you should never think about the reasons why you can't. You only think about the reasons why you can. I don't visualize the can't.
Well, that's why I stay in my arena. The metaverse, I stay in my metaverse. They got metaverses over there. I stay in this metaverse.
It doesn't cost $1 to dream, and in my dream, everything's perfect. So I don't think about the reasons why or how tired I'm gonna be. I'm inspired by what I do, so I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm gonna make sure I do everything and be a parent every day, all day. I've been able to do it. So if I were to tell you when I'm 18, I'm gonna be the biggest in music independently.
Right.
I'm gonna make the biggest movies, or at least the best ones. I'm gonna have the biggest clothing lines. I'm gonna do it all on my own. I got my GED. People traditionally would say I was crazy.
Right.
They all did. And unless you have a dream that people think are crazy, then your dream is whack.
Right.
I dream big, bro. And everyone around me that dreams big, that I've taught to dream big, you're reading about them in Forbes. With billions next to their names. Those are my students.
Well, I don't matter listening there because I want to be next to my name. And I ain't just talking about boss.
Me neither.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have $1 billion worth of love, and my culture's gonna eat, not only me. And I'm a toast to my culture, and all of us being rich and being treated with respect. Never having to fit in. I'm sick of hearing about it. I want to do something about it.
We hear a lot about Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. You got Dame Studios and
Dame Dash Studios.
yeah, out here in Burbank, right?
Mm-hmm. Have another drink?
Salute. Here.
No, I was trying to get another vodka and orange. I can't be a one-hitter quitter. You can't get,
You partnered with Fox Soul. So what type of shows are you trying to produce out of your studio?
It's called deprogramming. The things, like entertainment is usually made to distract us from the oppressor.
Right.
Make us visualize things that can't happen.
Right.
And my programming is to make us focus. It's about real wealth. So there's programming like Health is Wealth, showing you how you eat.
Mm-hmm.
There's programming called Healing is Gangster, about therapy.
Right.
There's movies.
Right.
There's I'm part of something called the OSG, 130 Black Principles.
Right.
And, that are fighting for us when no one's looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm showcasing them so they have their programming, OSG programming. I got programming like Forbidden Knowledge with Billy Carson, talking about the Anunnakis and the things they don't teach us that are in ancient text. We have the music, the Blue Rock music. Basically, we have everything. Docuseries. We have everything.
So you do sitcoms?
Everything. And on my app, if you go to my app, while you're watching it, you can buy it. So we do movies, we do everything.
Okay.
Like, that's why you see when I came in, I'm like, to me, thank you. When I look at, what kind of cameras are those? Huh? How many cameras you got?
We got a nice little operation. We got 4 cameras. You got one sliding?
I see. And you have a set.
Yeah.
And this is a set. So why not do some scripted? For the same money you sitting down talking. That's what I learned from having a studio. I'm like, for the same fucking money, I could be doing.
Well, you can do a lot of things.
Scripted gives you residual income.
Right.
And that's what it's about, making money while you're sitting by the pool. See, that's the problem, sometimes with sports.
You trying to lure my crew away.
No, I'm trying to tell you what to do with your crew. Or I'll do it with you if you want.
You give me all these pros. What are some of the cons?
There's no.
They got to be. Yeah, they got to be. No.
The cons is you don't try, and you wonder what would have happened if you did your whole life, and nothing comes true.
So there has never been a venture that you sat out to do that didn't come through fruition.
I learned that they don't sometimes come through the timing in which I want them to.
Right.
But the experience, I sold oil, I've done all that stuff. It was just to see what it was like.
Right.
For me, experience is the win.
Right.
You can't smoke in here, right?
No.
The experience is the win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I made my dreams come true when I was young. I was like a hip hop mogul before I was 25. So I needed more shit to do. It's just everything I visualize in my head, I usually end up doing my version of it. I don't want to do what everyone else's version of it is, because then they have to get somebody else's money, be told what to do. My version of my dreams is doing it myself, being completely independent and always being able to stand behind my point of view fearlessly and unapologetically.
Right. So why is it so important? Because like you said, you do clothing, you do records, you got sporting events.
Art, NFTs, everything. Because that's what inspires me. I'm an artist.
So you like being diversified. You don't like that, I'm just doing music. I'm just doing clothing. I'm just doing TV shows.
I like doing whatever inspires me.
Okay.
For a living. So the trick is to do something, and you've learned it.
Yes.
You'd play football for free. You love it. Mm-hmm. But you learn to get paid.
Yeah, I would have played for free, but I need to know everybody else playing for free too. I ain't playing for free and everybody else
That's not my point.
I know what your point is.
My point is, you know what I'm saying? My point is, the trick is to get paid to do something that you would do for free because you love it.
Right.
And then it never feels like work.
Right.
So I'm just a person that's inspired by a lot of things. So I just like to do everything without somebody telling me what to do. So if I say I want a football team, I don't want to have to try out. I just make the team.
You mentioned earlier that you're doing a paid in full too. Yeah. Will we see any of the original actors?
They're too old.
Hey. See? I mean, Paul Mackay-Pfeiffer and Cameron.
They're all 50 now. What is it? The shit took
well,
make Cocoon paid in full? Like, what the fuck?
50-year-old wife TV?
I didn't say that. But it'll be what? Paid in full nursing home? I don't know what it's going to do. They too old to play young characters.
Hey, Dave, you need help. you mentioned that some of the projects you helped funded. Lee Daniels, you produced.
I didn't help. I funded him.
You funded him.
Yeah, nobody helped. I gave him that bank.
When you make an investment, okay, you fund Lee Daniels, or
I ain't doing that no more.
Okay,
that was a mistake.
Okay, you did that. The Kevin Hart,
I put him in movies. Yeah.
Put him in.
Took him off a stage and put him in a movie the next day.
How do you know?
Because I'm confident.
There's a lot of comedians in the club that you didn't take off the stage and put them in a movie.
Yeah. I was confident in the fact that I thought he was funny. And
there are a lot of funny people. That's why they're comedians.
I picked a lot of funny people.
Yeah.
But
you ain't put him in no movie.
The role I needed, he fit the role. I needed a little dude that was funny that could make fun of himself. He fit the bill.
Okay.
And he just took the opportunity. Like, I give a lot of people the same opportunities, and I see potential in a lot of people that don't realize them.
Right.
Effort, and again, as a professional athlete, you could be good but not have a discipline, and you end up going nowhere. So just Kevin is one of those people that just had the work ethic and took the opportunity. I might not agree with everything he's done, but he's got where he has to go. You know what I'm saying?
So in other words, you have an eye for talent.
I have an eye for talent, for sure. But having an eye for work ethic is also something I have an eye for too.
There are a lot of people that work hard that aren't talented, Dane.
And they end up getting good places, great places.
So you see Kevin, you see Jay, you see a lot of these people, and you're saying, okay, I'm doing this. They can fit the bill for what I'm looking for. They work hard, they're disciplined, they're determined. Their work ethic match my work ethic. I think we can go places.
They make the tryout.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I put them through training camp, my version of it, and if you can make it, then we're going to get money.
How do you know somebody has it? I don't know what, but he or she has it.
I don't know. It's about being inspired. It's like, how do you know it's going to make your body move like by dancing? I don't. It just must start moving. How you know you're going to be attracted to a woman? It's just things that you see in a person or that sometimes just inspire you. You don't know why.
Born in Harlem, raised in Harlem. Your upbringing. When Dame was growing up, what did you want to be? What did you aspire to? Damn, you running through the cuz?
I'm a rock star, bro.
Are we gonna be able to get through the interview? Are you gonna be?
Why? Are you gonna be drunk?
I ain't gonna be.
Did you see you saw when I bodied Nori on his own show, Drink Champs? He ended up like ridiculous. I'm a rock star, bro. I'm Dame Dash. I'm a professional rock star. Another one. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we covered. We don't really have bottle service. We don't have bartenders and everything.
You said this is a club.
Yeah. So I guess I got to hire bartenders and everything for the
If you
next.
say it's a club.
Yeah, I mean,
You say you're a football team, you gotta have football players, right? And a football.
well, I mean, we might be a soccer team.
Then you have to have soccer. I'm doing all the sports. Trust me, I'm starting with football. I'm going basketball next. I'll show you the plan if you want to know it. I'm here. I'm in sports.
Can I start with this and take this to another level?
This is a hard business because in every state there's different laws for
It
distribution.
is. I'm learning the.
And then you have to beg for real estate.
Yeah.
So you have to go to these tastings, and it's a lot. So but when it gets going, it gets going. It's a replenishable good. It's not like you have to keep designing it. Just keep making them. So
See, now look at you. You just told me you trying to deter me from mine. I said
I didn't say that. I just told you it's a hard thing.
Okay, I don't care about hard. You just told me you didn't care about hard.
I didn't tell you to care about it. I just said be prepared for it.
I'm prepared.
There it is.
Now I need you to help me to elevate.
Okay, what's the name of it?
It's called Le Portier.
Le Portier.
VSOP.
VSOP. Get it. Here you go. And if you want, I'll sponsor. I'll put. See, the thing is, I got stadiums, right?
Yes.
And I could put. You want to put it in there? Go ahead. Pause. Yes. I help out, bro. If my spot's clicking and your work's good, I share. I want to see you win, and if I can help, I will. I just wanted the same energy reciprocated.
Harlem.
The
Harlem swag.
It's ridiculous.
But every borough feel they got their own swag. The Bronx.
Who cares?
Brooklyn.
Harlem dudes don't care about every borough. They care about
Oh, yeah, there you go. Queens. Sty.
No, I'm just playing. No disrespect.
Queens.
No disrespect to any of them. Nah, I mean, Harlem is Harlem.
What is it about Harlem?
We just want to win. That's it. It doesn't matter. All the extra shit is corny. It's about getting that bread and looking good doing it and always being on your ding. Having honor, being cut from a certain cloth like a real Harlem cat.
Right.
That's all. Just knowing that if you're not number one now, you will be.
Right.
Because we hustlers. So we don't give a fuck about betting at all every time. There's no fear there. But,
Have you always been a hustler?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
It's in my bloodline. I have an interesting family.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about it.
I can't. I'm not allowed.
You can't speak about your family?
Not that part.
Okay.
I'd have to get permission.
I read your mother passed away at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
The impact. Then you had to go to a boarding school. The impact.
I didn't have to. I put myself in the boarding school.
Okay.
Made me a beast. It made me an animal. It made me fearless. My worst nightmare was losing my mother, and it happened to me fairly young.
Right.
So what else did I have to be scared of? And then my friends started to become killers, and I knew that I would have to become one because it was part of the game, and I was becoming a product of my environment. My mother worked too hard for me not to have to do that. So I put myself in boarding school. South Kent. I played football, lacrosse, and basketball.
Mm-hmm. And started boxing as a teen. So the homies do their thing. You're like, that's not for me. I see something bigger, brighter.
No, I was hustling.
Yeah.
Hard. I just, the boxing happened because somebody owed me some money. You had to put hands on them. And I was like, might as well sophisticate these, But you can't hustle.
So you want to get good at it. So you can really do some that.
I got very good at it. I had to. Also, I was like, handsome and shit. So,
So they underestimate you.
Always.
So they looking at her, man, you all decked out. They're like, oh.
It was just, I was a smaller dude,
Right.
it was like, they tried to look at me like a pretty boy, and I was like, I'll just act ugly for y'all then.
Marketing, promoting. Because what you do, you're right. You take a space that somebody else, you're like, I don't want to be in your space. I want to have my own space.
That's what, I feel like that's what every man should want. I don't see it any other way. Like, I have friends that have big houses, but I can't stay at their houses. I like to walk around the way I want. I like to go in the refrigerator.
Right.
I like to make the rules, and I can only make the rules in my house.
Right.
I have to abide by others' rules in other people's houses. And I don't like other people's rules sometimes.
So what knowledge did you take from the street and incorporate it into what you do now?
Everything. Marketing, You know, you had a color top, and you definitely somebody came on the block using your color and putting some, you know, that was a problem because they could compromise what people think about your work.
Right.
And then also infrastructure. You know, I had a team at a young age. You know, I had people working for me. I had to collect, I had to re-up, all that type of thing.
How do you?
But the difference is I was, you know, definitely way past 20 years ago.
Right.
But I was really young. And I applied all those things to what I do now. The difference is the recourse is in jail or death. So the shit is easy. That's my point. Like if you fail in that world, you go to jail or, you know, you die.
Right.
That's why I stopped. It's not sustainable.
Right.
In my teens.
Right.
But in this world, what the fuck's gonna happen?
How do you put enough people to do what you needed to do and what you wanted to do? You have to have enough people around you can trust.
I don't trust nobody.
What you mean you don't trust anybody?
I don't trust nobody. I used to be a drug dealer, bro.
You still had to trust somebody. You gave somebody your drug. They had to. So you sold your own. You had no runners.
I didn't give them enough to hurt me, but I gave them enough to make me hurt them.
But still, so you still had to trust them.
Didn't trust them. I just didn't give them enough to hurt me.
What you mean?
I wouldn't give them my whole stash. I'd give them, if you first hit somebody, I feel like I'm gonna go to jail with this company.
You ain't gonna manage
You know what I'm
the
saying?
statute of limitations though.
I know, so I said, you know, you hit somebody, you give them enough work to where if they don't give you it back, it don't hurt you. But I'm never giving somebody everything.
No, nobody would do that.
Yeah.
But what about in
Bro, I'm sorry.
the music industry?
I don't trust, definitely not in the music industry. That industry is a joke.
In order for you to get like this, somebody had to betray you. So you trusted somebody from the beginning because you learned through experience.
Nah. I never trusted anybody. And if you notice, I was known for punishing people that betrayed my trust. I just wasn't having it. And then I walk away. So when somebody betrays or does something that's beyond my boundaries that I can't control to where it could hurt me, it's time to go. But the music industry itself, to me, was a waste of time.
Why? That put you on the map.
It was a stepping stone. But when I say it's a waste of time industry-wise, they don't do real business. There's figureheads that don't have the power. Like, you could call somebody a president at a music company and they don't know shit about P&L, it's just a figurehead.
Right.
It's not real business. It's just, you know, the majors, which is not run by our culture, putting us as figureheads there so that they could say that it's still being run by black people.
Right.
But it's not.
All the decisions are being made by someone else.
You know that. So I got sick of playing those games. I was too ill in the street to be a sucker in business, you know, in corporate business.
How'd you meet Jay-Z?
Clark Kent introduced me to him.
What made you think a 26-year-old rapper could be big in the industry?
Because he had on Nike Airs.
What the hell that got to do with it?
He was from Brooklyn. I'm from Harlem. Back in those days, Brooklyn dudes didn't wear Nike Airs. So that was a flag for me.
Man, you got a very peculiar way of recognizing people and believing that they can do big things based on an appearance.
Seems like it works, doesn't it?
You said you were tired for begging for a seat at the table.
I never begged for a seat at the table. I broke that table. I never begged for nothing.
So
I'm tired of hearing us beg for a seat at the table.
How about when you and Jay blows up, your company, now people want to talk to you.
You understand, we were always blown up.
Jay-Z wasn't always blown up.
Yeah, we was. In the street, we was doing really well.
Nah, you ain't make no.
I promise you. Think about this. Back in those days, the rappers were emulating the drug dealers.
Yes.
We were really good drug dealers. So we were famous in the street already.
Yeah.
So it was normal.
But where you going?
That's why when like Lior offered us $1 million, we was like, we laughed at him.
Right.
It was like, we're not here for $1 million. We're here because we like having fun.
Right.
You know, but we knew once we got there, yeah, we're hustlers. Of course, we're gonna fucking destroy this shit. Which we did. We did exactly what we said we were gonna do. What I knew we were gonna do.
Who educated you on owning your masters? Because that seems to be something that a lot of musicians, entertainers struggle with, and they're fighting, they're scratching, and trying to claw it back.
That was my education. Listen to everybody else complain about it.
Right.
If I hear somebody made a mistake, why would I make the same mistake?
Right.
That's dumb.
So how difficult was it to negotiate that?
You don't have to negotiate anything when you own it. There was no negotiation. What are you talking about? When you're the boss, you don't have to negotiate. You fire people.
You seem to have, as a business mogul, you seem to have a very short fuse.
No, I just don't like disrespect. That's the street shit. So I have triggers for sure. Disrespect is a big trigger for me.
What do you determine as disrespectful?
Not being a man of your word. Having an agreement or crossing my boundaries when I clearly establish them. So if I make my boundaries clear and you cross them, you're consciously disrespecting me. And in the street, that means you think I'm soft. So then I got to swing on you.
Oh, Lord. What's his name?
Governor.
Governor. Your dad. Yeah, you know that too, huh?
He's not listening. He's listening. Gov, monkey bites. Get him. Gov. He's too strong. He bit you and broke his tooth. He bit his calf and broke his tooth. So how you stay so strong? Strong.
I work out, watch what I eat.
But all the things you do, you make time to work out.
Ah, there you go. See, there you go. There you go. See, all that wasn't necessary. Yes, you're right. I find the time to do the things that I want to do.
Exactly.
We find the time to do the things that we want to do.
We
prioritize. Touring in the 90s and 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
You put together a tour, 54 cities, Jay-Z, DMX, Ja Rule, Redman, Method Eve, profited $19 million, revolutionized the hip-hop, touring in the hip-hop industries in 1999. But now you said, what's wrong with touring?
There's nothing wrong with touring. What do you mean?
Artists today.
It's COVID. You can't go out right now. But I don't know. I'm not touring. I don't know what's wrong with touring. That's the only way an artist makes money, really. I think the problem maybe with touring now is these 360 deals where you sell your touring to the record company, but touring is the way you make your bread.
But here's the thing, well, why would they do that?
Because they don't have any bread. When you don't have nothing, you're selling something, you're like, yo, I don't have it anyway, so you sell it. Actually, I don't fucking know. I'm the one that says, why not do it yourself? If you get 100 people in the room, you get 100,000.
Right.
It's just a little harder work. It's the advance money. If you've been broke your whole life and someone's gonna give you something that's gonna make you like all of a sudden be in another social circle,
yes,
then you're gonna do it when you're young. You've been broke your whole life and somebody's gonna make you rich like that, or at least what you perceive as rich, you're taking it. So, people know how to trigger people. It's a program.
But the thing is, if you've been broke your whole life, another 6 months is not gonna break you, would it?
Nobody's thinking that. If you've been broke your whole life, that's like being underwater. As soon as somebody's gonna give you some oxygen, you're taking it. But I'm not excusing it. I wasn't broke my whole life.
Right.
I was never broke. My version of broke is completely different than most.
Right. What made you decide to start capturing content while you were touring? Because
it was logical. I knew we were making history. I know what it would look like edited. I could visualize the future. Why wouldn't I? I've been capturing, that's the reason why I have television. I captured everything.
Right.
Everything.
The hottest item back in the day.
The difference between me and everyone else is I don't wait for everybody else to do it. I just do what's logical, no matter what. I don't know why everybody wants to be, they don't want to be doing what everyone else is doing. Why you want to be in a crowd of people that are doing the same thing? You disappear. I just like to stand out. If everybody's doing something, then I don't want to do it.
Right.
The reason why we said, what's the get up? Because no one can dress like me. I know that when I walk in this room, no one's going to have this outfit on. They can't do it.
Can't, won't?
Cannot. You cannot put this outfit together. You have to be a black belt.
The Roc-A-Fella chain.
What about it?
Why was it so popular?
Because I made it popular.
How?
By saying, let's make a Roc-A-Fella chain, and you notice me, I would publicly give them away. And I was the only one that gave them away. So unless I gave you a Roc-A-Fella chain, you don't have a real Roc-A-Fella chain. It's fuego.
Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
When you first met Kanye, you heard his sound. Did you know he could be what he became?
No, not at all. I never expected that in a billion years.
So even something surprised you?
I'm not surprised. Nothing surprising me. I didn't expect it.
Okay. Well, if you didn't expect it,
I expected other people that were in my crew to be Kanye. I expected someone to do those things, but I didn't know it would be him. But the reason why it was him is because he had the most respect for me. He's the only one that listened completely. And still does on certain levels.
Yeah. The Yeezy brand. The Jordan brand had a head start. That's why I've always said I think it's so hard for someone to compete with the Jordan because he got a 25, 30-year head start on you. But the Yeezy has made up a lot of ground in a very short time.
Yeah.
Why and how did the Yeezy become so popular?
Jordan didn't make music.
So the crossover appeal.
Jordan was known for playing good basketball.
Right.
Kanye's known for something completely different. If Michael Jackson had sneakers and they were designed well, he would have made more money than Michael Jordan.
I think the thing I like about artists now, they're willing to branch out. Back then, the artists just wanted to do what he was good at.
Because I taught them that. You're talking about one of my students.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the point. I teach people things so it could affect us in the future. I play chess, not checkers.
Right.
Everything that happened now was dictated by something that happened 100 years ago. I'm planning for the next 100 years. So I have to get my people right as babies. Old people are fucking stubborn. Sick of talking to people that don't listen. Just because they didn't have the heart to fight, they judge the others that do. These young cats, they down for it because they don't know no other way.
Why is it so important for you to empower those around you? You always talk about how you give knowledge, how if people listen, you can go places, you can do things. Why is that so important for you?
Because I love my culture. It's like asking me, why would it be important for me to educate my child? Because I love my child.
Simple as that?
Pretty simple. It's all about love. I'm not going to educate you if I don't love you, right? I don't give a fuck about you. Why would I speak to you?
That's a little harsh.
Yeah. If I don't care about you, why would I speak to you? I care about the people I speak to. I make the effort. I even hurt myself sometime to help others. Sometime to default.
I'm not asking you to re-go through every step by step. Obviously, you and Jay aren't as close. Maybe you have, because I heard his Hall of Fame speech and he thanked you. So you guys don't see eye to eye on some things, but what you guys were able to accomplish.
We're in court right now. That's why he said that. But yeah, what about it? It's because you're giving me shot glasses. That's what it is.
Man, ain't no shot glass, man.
To a rock star, it is.
No, that's not what we call them where I'm from. Y'all call them rock stars. That's not what we call them.
Yeah, you're a professional athlete. You had to stay, you couldn't be getting drunk.
I don't know if
you probably be on the floor by now. You mad strong, but this shit will knock you the fuck out. You probably got a protein shake back there, right? While I wasn't looking, I saw him go. Let's get another one.
Dang. You guys made magic. You guys made history.
Hey,
a difference of opinion?
What difference is it? I don't know what we're talking about right now.
You and Jay.
What about
Why y'all can't just, hey, bro, get into a room, hey, bro, hug it out.
We straight. What you talking about? Why y'all don't listen to the paper?
Why you in court then if y'all straight?
Because he sued me for something that he said that I did that I didn't. And then I just had to sue him because he was redirecting funds for reasonable doubt. I didn't realize it. It's just, I would never sue somebody I used to hustle with. I'm not into suing anybody. I was disappointed. I think it's embarrassing. But the thing about it is, you know, again, the program is when two black people used to work together and now they don't, then they got to be beefing. I'm not beefing with that man. I don't care what he's doing. I don't like the way he carried things, but, you know, that's on him. He went his way, I went mine. When you get traded from a team, do you hate the team you get traded from?
No.
All right.
I mean, some people do. Let me take that back.
But
I did.
What's the beef that I have with him that you think? Tell me.
I don't think you have any.
We're like, dang, man.
No.
I have no beef with
How
him.
about this? I don't know you or him well enough.
I don't have a beef with any black man. That's what we're programmed to do, fight each other and not pay attention to the people that are oppressing us. I ain't got no beef with Jay. Just stay over there. I stay over here. I just, you know, the team he plays for is not the team I play for, period. I just chose a different team.
Well, then why we can't all get together and kumbaya, hug this thing out and get a...
Hug what thing out? If I see Jay, it's a pound and a hug no matter what. What y'all talking about?
Get out of court then.
I talk to your man.
Going to the club. Talk about this. You say you're a rock star. So
No. I am a rock star.
Okay. You're a rock star.
No doubt.
You go to the club.
I don't go to a club. I go to my club that I own.
Okay, you go to the club that you own.
What about that club I own?
And the bottles. Did you start the bottles? Did you start the bottle service, the popping the bottles? And
I would say I didn't start bottle service because that means you could pay for cool. I just started going into clubs and buying out the bar, my crew, all the champagne, so all the girls have to come to us to get the champagne. It was a logical model. If you have all the champagne, the girls have to come to you to get it.
What if they don't like champagne? What if they like tequila shots?
See,
what?
You keep thinking of the what ifs too much. Then they like me.
They like who?
Dame Dash. They don't like the champagne, they like Dame Dash.
But see, you buying for something. You forcing them.
Nah, Mark.
Like you just said. You said if you got my head on the water with the first chance I get oxygen, I'm gonna take it. Well, if they're buying you got all the champagne, I want champagne, I got to come see you. Now, I'm not voluntarily coming. You forced me into this situation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do exactly what I'm talking about. You brought all the champagne, so the honeys up in there had to come see you.
Right.
You didn't give them an opportunity. You didn't give them a choice.
They didn't have to come see
Yes, they wanted champagne. You had it all.
Right.
So what you mean they didn't have a choice?
So what's the problem with I don't understand the energy.
There's a problem.
Why? Why is that a problem?
Because you forced the people.
I didn't force anybody. It's good marketing.
What you did, you knew if I buy up all of this,
right,
you're going to have to come see me to get this.
Sounds like I'm a genius.
Sound like you gouging, that you put people in a situation where they had no choice.
I call that genius.
Look, if there's a disaster and I buy up all the bread and all the water.
Champagne's not a disaster.
Yes, it is. In the club, it is. You go to the club and do what?
I don't know.
Have a good time, right?
I think you're making things too complicated.
No, it's not too complicated. I think you slick. That's what I think.
I'm very slick.
Okay. See, that's all I wanted you to say.
You
Why you
asked,
said that 2 minutes ago?
You should have asked me, you think you slick? I'd have been like, yeah, I know.
Did you realize that was a trend at the time?
I made it a trend. I make the trends.
Well, you should have patented and say you came by the bar.
Why should I do that?
They should call it a Dame.
I wanted it to be contagious. I wanted everybody to buy the bar. I lead by example. I'm not going to patent it so no one else could do it. Then I got to do it all the time. I want everybody else to do it.
Aaliyah. Dated her. What's her legacy?
Coolest girl in the whole world. You know, too good for this world.
Is there anybody that reminds you have her style?
Yeah, my girl Raquel. That's who reminds me of Aaliyah.
Dr. Dre said recently, artists care more about money and not the art. Do you agree with that?
You said what?
Artists care more about money and not the art.
I don't know. I think broke people care more about the money. Ask somebody rich, they don't.
Well, how many millionaire rappers you know that start out as millionaires and get into the rap game?
Jaden Smith.
Who?
Will Smith's son.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
T.I.'s son.
I thought you were gonna say Kendrick Lamar. I thought you were gonna say Eminem, Luda, T.I.
Why would I say that? That wouldn't be true.
Because they know. Stop.
I just answered your question honestly.
So you Jaden Smith, no disrespect, but come on now.
I'm 50, man. I don't judge these kids. I don't know what language they talking.
This man said Jaden Smith.
You just said, is there any rappers that started out as millionaires? I named 2 off top.
Yeah, but they touring.
I know. You just asked me, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you can say anything.
No, I said the truth.
No, that's not.
Jaden Smith's not a rapper?
That's what you call it? Okay, you're the guy, you're the expert, I'm not.
Oh shit, he dissing Jaden Smith?
No, that's
Will, he dissing
No, that's not what I said. All I said, that's what, hey, you're the expert. You're the expert.
T.I. son can rap, though.
Can he?
From what I saw, yeah.
Okay, you're the expert. If you were to ask me something,
I'm not an expert, I'm 50.
No. No, you've been in the business.
Yeah, you're right. He can rap.
Okay. This rap beef that we have going on. We see Pop Smoke. We see so many of these young Dolph. We see so many of these guys. What's going on? How do we stop that?
It's an algorithm that needs to be stopped. So the algorithm that's like, if you like to look at trolling and beef and it pops up on your phone, YouTube should stop paying when people put up beef. That algorithm needs to be stopped. The algorithms, though, they're controlling us right now.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of people paying attention to a negative algorithm, they should pay attention to a positive one. It's just a program that we keep falling into. Like I said, family killing family instead of your real enemy is your enemy tricking you to do that. And we're aware of it, but we keep doing it. My rule of thumb is I'm not hurting anybody with the same color skin as me, period. And then it just keeps things peaceful.
Is there real, I mean, for the longest time, we go back West Coast, East Coast. Now all of a sudden, I mean, everybody, got to come out with a diss track. If somebody accidentally say something, well, I mean, I saw Dame, he had a pink shirt on. Dame got to come out with a diss track.
Was that like a little jab?
No.
So it's a program, It's knowing how to trigger people, and it's profitable, our dysfunction. But what needs to be profitable is our love and our unity, and that's what has to be showcased.
Right.
But no one shows that. So yeah, like I said, people that are broke will do anything to not be broke. They justify not being honorable to do it. It's just, don't look the other way. Money is not real. It's not backed by gold, and as you see, they're creating currencies daily. So don't do anything for money, do things for love. And then you'll be protected, and you'll know what real wealth is.
You're big on promoting health.
Mm-hmm.
How can we get the culture, our community, healthier?
By showcasing cool people eating good food. It's about influence and leading by example. So telling people what to do doesn't work. Showing people what to do by doing it, and if they respect you, they usually do it.
Right.
It's like, you got to make it aspirational kind of. But just understanding, like, there's this documentary called They're Killing Us that shows exactly how food is targeted to Black people to kill them. But they won't showcase that, Understanding that, meat has nothing but fecal and doo-doo all over it, 99% of it. Who the fuck wants to eat doo-doo? And understanding what the GMO does to your body and your organs.
Are you vegan?
Vegan-ish. I eat eggs and cheese sometimes.
No fish.
It's disgusting. Do you see Seaspiracy? Like when you think of fishing or fish, you think that people are out there fishing, and that's not it.
No, they're farm fish, most of them. But
yeah, they're just sitting in the toilet shitting, and dying. It's disgusting. Anything that shits is disgusting. I'm not eating it unless
So you
I
don't
have
eat
to.
you don't eat no animal protein?
Mm-mm. It's disgusting. It's like eating governor.
Nah, he ain't like to eat no governor.
He looks like a little cow.
No, he doesn't like that little cow.
Looks like a little pig.
What advice would you give someone trying to be an entrepreneur? You've done it, been there, done that.
Find something you love and fight fearlessly for it until it makes money. Period.
Because you know what? It's funny that you say that. Because that's what I tell people. It's like, they say, why would you good? I say I was good at football, and I found out somebody would pay me to do it. But most of the time, what do you most hear most of the time? Man, I want to get this. I want to make a lot of money. Okay, what do you want to do? I don't care. I just want to make a lot of money. it's not gonna happen. Because you just said, find something you love, everything will take care of itself. But if you just want to do something to make money, you're not gonna love doing it necessarily. And then when you won't stick to it.
So what's your question?
How do you teach? Well, I think the thing is becoming an entrepreneur. Because I think just because, are they exclusive? I mean, just because you're an entrepreneur, does that mean that means you're making tons of money? If you're making tons of money, does that mean you're an entrepreneur?
If you're a football player, does that make you making tons of money?
Yeah, I'm a football player, but I'm not an entrepreneur.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you're a football player,
yeah,
does that mean you're making tons of money?
Well, I mean, I didn't at first, but I started out making money. But I love football.
It depends on the football player.
Right.
Same thing with entrepreneurs. Depends on the entrepreneur.
What qualities make a good entrepreneur?
What qualities make a good football player?
It all depends on the position that he's playing.
Whatever position he's playing.
Okay, the things that make a quarterback good necessarily might not make an offensive lineman good. And the thing that makes an offensive lineman good might make a receiver. That wasn't the question I asked you. What?
Every entrepreneur does a different business, right? So that's like a different
So I'm asking
position.
you some of the qualities.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What makes generally a good football player?
I think IQ makes great players because I think everybody has
IQ
yes.
makes great entrepreneurs. Next.
If I play a skill position, I need to be, have some decent speed. I don't need to be, Usain Bolt.
Being fast makes a great entrepreneur. Speed.
So any entrepreneur, so it doesn't matter the business that I'm in.
I think the question you should ask is what makes a great professional?
Okay, what makes a great professional?
You tell me, you're a professional.
What makes a great professional? Well, I'm always about time. You were late. I'm always about courtesy. I'm always about respect. I'm big on respect. I'm huge on respect.
Don't you think if you respected me the most, you would have came to me?
Came to you when?
To do the interview.
I did.
No, I'm here. That's why I'm late.
Why you mean you late?
You're disrespectful.
How I disrespected you?
You didn't come to me.
Hold on. So in other words,
I'm just fucking.
So in other words,
so anyway, you just threw a jab. I just was fucking with.
I ain't throwing no jab. What jab I threw?
You were late.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Did I lie?
You think I'm drinking?
You think I drank? I mean, look at this. Look what I
did. I lie? You drinking this sip for the whole show. And he didn't even just drink that. You see that? He did that girl drink. You said, that shit ain't go down at all. Knock that whole thing down.
I've been drinking about 3
If you like your shit, why you take a shot of your shit real quick. It's your shit.
But you do realize,
take a shot. Take that. Knock that down. Knock that down.
This is not a shot drink.
That wasn't a shot.
No.
Take a shot.
No, this is a sipping drink.
But you ain't been sipping.
You and I having a conversation.
It's still there. You haven't said refill. You ain't pour.
Look.
You didn't even take the top off. That's bad promotion.
No. Well, first
Another
of all,
drink. This nigga don't even drink his own drink.
I definitely drank it.
So go ahead.
How does Dame define success?
Love and happiness and laughter.
Love what you do or love who you're doing it with and for?
Both.
Happiness?
Mm-hmm.
How do we define happiness?
How much you laugh.
Love.
The amount of people that are happy that you care about.
Everybody in your circle feels that from you.
100%. That's why they stay in my circle.
What's the art of the deal?
Being profitable.
If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense?
If it doesn't make love, it doesn't make sense.
Love ain't always profitable.
It's always profitable.
Nah, sometimes, I know some people that lost billions because they love.
They didn't love right.
Oh, Lord. Man, here. Am I in a Dane Dash or I'm interviewing Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil? Which one of you?
How the fuck do you get Dr. Phil and Steve Harvey from that? Do I have a big fat mustache?
Nah,
you fuck you doing?
You offered all these love quotes and advice on relationships and everything.
I do therapy, and my currency is love. That's all I care about.
Well, then how do you know when to walk away? What's the first sign that says, Dame need to walk away from this one?
It doesn't feel good. Pause.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Governor. How do you not give in to pressure?
I don't feel any pressure. What's pressure? What is that word?
To be Dame Dash.
It's too easy to be me. Me. It's no pressure being me.
But because you've been successful, do you not feel the need to always be successful in everything that you do?
I'm always successful in everything that I do, so it doesn't matter. I don't even know what it means not to be successful. It's not an option. I'm always finding the light in the dark.
What's the hardest part about being a boss?
Internalizing, not putting your hands on somebody that's disrespecting you, that you know you could break in half, but it's not legal.
Why you still have that mindset?
I don't know.
You do know.
PTSD, what you call it?
Oh, you post-traumatic stress, huh?
Survival was traumatic.
You're not surviving now.
But I was. Being young and watching people get killed, watching people go to jail, that shit was traumatizing.
You a sports fan. Do you watch sports? I understand that you want to own your own industry.
Of course I watch sports.
Okay, who's your team?
The Raiders.
The who?
The Raiders.
Y'all ain't been good a long time.
But we got good uniforms.
Okay, and what'd that get you? Y'all got the prettiest uniform.
I'm loyal.
And the sorriest team. Nah.
I was a Raider fan back when Lester Hayes had the sticky shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think
And they haven't been good since Lester Hayes had the sticky stuff.
Still got the best uniforms.
What about the players? Okay, what's your basketball team?
The Knicks.
Oh my goodness. How you talk about you like winners and you a winner and you always win and you pick the losers of the losers?
That's why I'm starting my own league. When I have to be.
But somebody in your league gonna have to lose. Somebody gonna have to, guess what? Somebody in your league gonna have to be the Knicks and the Raiders.
But either way, I win. Doesn't matter who loses, I win. I was sick of being a fan. I want to be an owner. When I'm a fan, I can't control anything. So yes, the Raiders have bad management. So I would definitely go in there and change things. But instead of complaining about it, I just start my own Raiders. But I still like the uniform. And I like the fact what he represented. He was an independent owner.
But he was a Maverick.
That's why I like the Raiders.
Oh, you consider yourself a Maverick?
Do you not consider me a Maverick?
I mean, you did things your way.
I still do. I'm not Frank Sinatra. I'm still doing it my way.
Oh, you didn't do it your way. You're doing it your way.
You get it clearly now.
Yeah. Bruh. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
How many do you have, CJ? 5?
No.
Yeah, we'll say 5.
Let's say a bottle. How many did you have? Your shit is still at the same.
Nah,
let me find out this is iced tea.
No, they ain't no iced tea. They ain't no iced tea.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why